Joshiebear plays Minecraft.
What is going on, everyone? It's Joshiebear, and we are playing the Minecraft. I have been busy. Not so much mining. Well, I've been doing a little mining. We'll talk about that here in a little bit. But I have been crafting away in this world, and as you can see, the storage area, at least functionally, is in place. Yes, we have all of our bulk storage actually in the bulk storage area. I've started to place some items in our walls of barrels, and I couldn't be happier. This is such an accomplishment for the world and for our ability to store things in our world. I'm sad to see the old storage area go. We spent a lot of time, put a lot of effort into that, but sometimes you just gotta move on to bigger, better things, and it's kind of what we're going to be doing here today. So I had a lot of big plans for the episode today, and you might be able to see here in the distance that I finally got my hands on some bamboo, and that's because I actually started to go through with the plans. That was weird. But I did start to go through with my original plans for this episode, and that was to do a little bit of exploration with the help of some third-party applications. So there was a couple things I wanted to go find in our world in preparation of future projects. One of those was an ocean monument, and the other was a jungle and a mesa. So I went to Chunk Base, and like what we did with the slime farm to find the slime chunk, and with the stronghold, I went and found some coordinates. Say what you will about what I've done here, but I used those coordinates with every intention to not just teleport myself there in some cheaty way. No, I actually flew out to all of those locations, and in fact, 2 of those locations are actually the same location, which is fantastic. I recorded the entire journey. I even set up nether portals on the nether roof, so we actually have easy access to them. But when I watched it all back, it just wasn't very good. So I've scrapped the whole episode, and I haven't deleted any of the footage because, it's useful for, I don't know, history. But instead of just doing an exploration episode, we're actually going to be doing a little bit of building, and I'm going to take you to one of those locations now. So it's been a while since I've just sat in the chair and talked to you for a little bit, but I thought this moment was appropriate. You see, I have struggled with this episode 24 of this Let's Play, which should have been very easy to record and put together, has been the bane of my existence. I don't know if it had something to do with my mood while I was recording, or if I just don't have a clue as to what I'm doing. I would think that maybe the first is more to blame than the second, but that's for you to judge, not me. But yeah, yes, I did go get the coordinates for these locations because I wanted to know where they were, because I wanted to know what I was getting myself into. And I knew I wanted to find these locations. Again, judge me how you will, but that's how it went down. Take it or leave it. It just wasn't very entertaining. It was literally me flying to the location going, oh, hey, look, I'm at an ocean monument. I'm going to put a portal down. Now I'm going to put a portal on the roof. Yay, we did it. Oh, look, I found this jungle and mesa combination that you're about to see. It just didn't make for good watching. So instead of boring you with a lesson on how to fly over an ocean for 7,000 blocks, I thought we might fast forward a little bit. I've already made some progress. I've even went out into the mesa that I found and dug up some terracotta so that way I had it. You don't want to see that either. But I do want to build a little bit of a base over there. And I figured, you know what? New location. Let's set down roots. Let's make that the episode. So today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be visiting one of the, I will say 2 locations. There's really 3 different things that we're supposed to go find today. But one of them, again, is in 2. The 2 of them are in 1 location. And that is, it's like the rarest of finds for me. And that is a jungle next to a mesa. I was so excited to see that this world actually had that. Jungles can be hard enough to find. Mesas even harder. And the fact that I had one right next to the other just it made my entire month. I think I was so excited to see that. And knowing that was exciting enough, but seeing it in person was even better. So I'm going to fly out to this portal, which is about 1,000 blocks from our home portal. That's how far away it really was to get out there. And when you see it for yourself, I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised. So here we are. The jungle next to the mesa, or the Badlands. It's a mesa. So I've already been over here lighting up the area a little bit to make sure that we're somewhat safe. I've even actually done some terracotta mining already. I've got 3 shulker boxes here. I probably should get rid of these. But I'm actually waiting on some trees to grow there and there, because this is going to be where our base of operations on this side of the world is going to be. And what I'm thinking, and this was the first tree that I grew, but what I'm thinking is we're actually going to have kind of like a tree house going on up here. I am going to move the portal up there, but basically want a big open area that's well lit, but something I can fly into, stay off the ground, and have a wonderful view of the entire area. Now, I did bring some bone meal with me to try to help those grow, but I think we can take a little bit of time to appreciate the glory that this is. This mesa is huge. And this jungle is also huge. It wraps all the way around this way and actually continues off that way. There's a couple bamboo forests over here as well, about 1,000 blocks away from where our portal is. But this is just, we hit the jackpot when it comes to location. So definitely going to be spending a lot of time over here gathering terracotta, gathering jungle wood, and I'm really excited to get started on this treehouse. All right, I got tired of waiting, so I used the bone meal, and looks like these trees actually grew about the same height, and actually pretty good location on like the branches and stuff for us to get like a floor in up there. I don't know if I wanted like totally up in the treetops. I mean, I think it's okay for that little bit. I may have to cut some of that out. I wonder if I got to build this tree up just a little bit more. We'll see when we get up there. And then I'm also considering one more tree back here, so that way kind of house a platform. Although I guess I could just put like support beams for this part of the platform. So that like we built the house out here, but then we got portal technology and we're like, oh, we need to put something up there. And okay, we'll just put a flat platform and we'll support it from the ground. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But I think what I want to do, I kind of want to do something. I don't want to do something a square. I kind of want to do something that's like hexagonal, maybe. Do I think that would work? I don't know. We're about to find out. But I'm going to go gather some materials. I think I want to get some of the jungle wood out there. I might actually go back home and get some dark oak, because I think that maybe dark oak might go well with this. Or I will get some birch, because the lighter color is going to go well with the jungle wood and the jungle wood planks that I plan on using. So time for some resource gathering, and then we'll get to the building. That was dramatic, but in a corny, like, I don't know, radio advertisement way. I'm still so amazed by the view that we have of this area. We got the mesa, we got all the abandoned mine shaft parts just hanging out of the side of the mountain. Then we just come over to this lush green forest of jungle trees. I'm just so colorful, so amazing. But I've got on top of the trees here to kind of get an idea of what I want to do. And I actually think that my main platform is going to sit on top of this tree here. I don't know that we want to put anything up there. In fact, this tree may just serve as like partial support for this platform. And then we might put a smaller platform down here just as a landing pad, just in case we miss this one or we just don't get high enough, and we can walk up to here and we can decide what we want to do with them after that point. But I think it might look cool to have, just a couple platforms, a couple little huts up here. Now these platforms, I do want to do like a hexagon shape, which I need to go down and get my wood. So let's see if we can, not fall to our doom. But I did start to gather a lot of materials. I was actually fortunate enough to have a birch forest and a dark oak forest so close to the house that I could just go over there and mine that out a little bit. What are you doing? You get out of here. But anyway, I have some birch. I think I'm going to start with the birch and with some jungle wood to get this started. I think I want to use jungle planks to do the border of these platforms. And then what we'll do is we will put, jungle planks. I totally forgot. So what I think I want to do is use some jungle, just some regular jungle planks, and then we'll use birch slabs to kind of do our flooring. And I'm gonna go up there here real quick, and we'll see how that looks. But again, I kind of want to do like almost like a honeycomb type shape, and we can climb all the way up here. That's great. And then just kind of jump down here. But let's grab these jungle planks, and I think we're going to end up being... So if I want to include that portal, I'm going to have to come out a little bit. So let's do this. Let's just kind of walk ourselves out here. 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so if that is the edge, that should put us right... Yeah, that should allow for that portal to set. All right, if we called this is about the middle of that tree, I think. Although it is offset, so we'll probably want to do even numbers here. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think we're going to want to do... So here is the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, let me see here. Give me a second. Let me figure this out. All right, so I think if we do 8 blocks aside, we should be okay. I'm going to jump back down here. I think I've got some dirt. I'm going to use that as kind of like a... Oh, ow. I am going to end up killing myself. So again, I think we can do 8 planks per side here. And if I just... I'll have to end up cutting these out, but we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, I think we can make this work. It's going to be a little oblong, but I'm actually not worried about it being symmetrical. I think that actually could be cool. So let me get this shape in place. I think I know where we're going here. And then once I come back, we'll take a look, see what we think, and start to build up the actual structure. All right, so here's what we have so far. It's definitely a big, kind of like an oval shape up here. But I think I like the combination, the birch and the jungle. I do have the dark oak wood, but I don't know if I want to keep it or if I want to put it in here. Maybe we can try it on the underside, because what I'm thinking, let's see here if we can kind of get down on this tree here. What I'm thinking is possibly putting another row of blocks on this underside to kind of give it a lip, and then maybe some fence posts that kind of hang down from that around the edges. I need to figure out support. And I think what we'll do So we'll actually create like a support pillar right here on this block here. So let me actually do this, because I wonder if it's going to be jungle that we can kind of build back into the trees, or if it's going to be the dark oak and we can use it kind of as pillars, and then maybe go mine up some cobblestone or some other kind of stones to put around that on the edge. Maybe, let me grab the dark oak. Let's see what that looks like. All right, so if we take out that jungle log, let's put the dark oak coming down. I'm just going to do that for a minute, and then I'm going to walk, step back. That might not look too bad. What if we... So I know I'm going to end up doing something like this. Let's see here. I'm probably going to end up doing something along those lines. In fact, let me make a few more planks here. So it's probably going to come down around the rest of that. And then I wonder if maybe we put in... How are these going to look? I mean, they're going to be a little bit hidden, but I think if we did something like that and maybe kind of give it a little bit of structure. That might be a little much. I think we're going to end up using some stone in there, because it's got to have something a little bit bulky. Maybe even some wood plank stairs would work in there. I hate to do it, but let's see what that actually. Ooh, yeah, that looks that looks a lot better with that. I think though what we're going to end up doing is probably have something like this around the edges here to make it connect, and then kind of like what we did in the Nether hub with some of that, with the fencing around the edge. And then maybe we can get some vines to grow along the edge there as well. All right, I'm going to play with that idea a little bit. And again, this is going to probably cut into this tree. But I think that's okay, because then what we can do, we can kind of use this tree as a little bit of a support for the rest of that. So if we come down here just a little bit, we may not even see it from there. We're definitely going to see like from there, and it's going to come down in there. Yeah, let me play with that for a little bit and see what I can come up with. All right, so we've got a bit of a comparison to look at here. So I originally started with just the one column of stripped dark oak, which I still like the stripped dark oak with the jungle. I think because it's so muted, it actually looks good with that pinkish color. But looking at it from a distance and just having this like stick holding it up, I didn't necessarily like what I was seeing. So I actually changed it over to kind of a plus pattern on this side. And I definitely like that better. I think it looks a little more secure there, especially with the base. Now, I think what I'm going to do from there is I'm going to run those fence posts all the way up those corner. I didn't want to go in the water. I'm going to run those fence posts all the way up the corner there and kind of mirror this support at the top. So those corners are kind of going to probably come out a little bit. But I think that's okay, because what you're seeing there was just overhang that I placed in there anyway. So it might change how these corners look, but I think it's going to look a lot better, a lot more supported. It makes sense for the height of that build. But I've got to go gather some more of this. I'm going to need to go home and gather a bunch more dark oak, because that took way more dark oak than I expected. So I'm going to go get that together. I'm going to get these pillars finished up, and we're going to see what they look like. I know I start a lot of clips this way, but I've been busy. We've got all of our pillars, our support pillars in place. I've added some detail to them, and I really like the progress that's being made here. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do with the top here. I almost feel like I want to leave it open because I do have some light up there. I don't think it's going to be a problem to leave it open, but I also kind of want to put some kind of roof on there, but the whole point of that is to be able to fly in without any issues. So I may just leave it open. But yeah, we've really taken some time here to put some details in place. I've got these trapdoors. I'm not sure that I'm sold on the trapdoors because it is a lot of jungle wood. I may actually exchange these fence posts for maybe oak. I think oak might go well. Also, maybe the birch, since we're using a lot of birch here, just to kind of keep that color scheme going. But I did move the portal up here. I think there's some extra details that we can add to the portal. But I'm really happy with how this is turning out. And here's our view from the underneath. I don't know that we're going to do a lot with this land. Really, the point is that we have our base of operations up above the land to keep us safe. I did add a little bit of glowstone into the trees just to kind of give it a little bit of an ambient glow. I think it might look cool at night. But other than that, the rest of the work is really going to be up top, just getting some things in place and deciding, how we want to lay out storage, how much storage we want for this area. I don't think it's going to be a lot. But since we have the new storage area and I'll be tearing out the old one, I should have plenty of resources to make the storage that I want here. But I would say, other than a few other details that we could probably add here and there, taking out this scaffolding and moving it, I think I'm going to move it over to the side because it's nice to have just in case I run out of rockets. But I think we're pretty much done with our jungle Mesa base. Well, the sun is setting over the mesa, and that is a good visual cue to end things here today. I'm really happy with the progress we made. It wasn't the episode I originally planned, but I think what we have here is a great start to our foothold in the jungle and mesa and all of the terracotta and jungle wood and cocoa beans and birds and ocelots and other things that are in the jungle. But if you like this episode, please make sure you leave a like and also consider hitting that subscribe button. It might help me learn to speak. On that, I'm Joshiebear. I'm out of here. I'll see you later.